Session 9, High Performance Coaching. Today's session is on self-talk. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to look at the video and notice maybe this isn't really realistic in terms of self-talk. Being overly positive all the time can actually be detrimental, which we will look at a little bit later. These are the learning outcomes for today. Okay, so the first one, what is cognitive restructuring? Okay, cognitive restructuring is literally a psychotherapeutic process of learning to identify and dispute irrational or maladaptive thoughts. In other words, changing thoughts. Cognitive meaning thoughts, restructuring, obviously changing those thoughts from negative into something more constructive, not always positive. So what is self-talk? It's a type of cognitive restructuring, so basically verbal persuasion from yourself, according to Georgiadis et al. 2008. Okay, quote from Bunker et al. What athletes think or say is critical to performance. Unfortunately, the conscious mind is not always an ally. We spend vast amounts of time talking to ourselves. Thoughts directly affect feelings and ultimately actions. Inappropriate or misguided thinking usually leads to negative feelings and poor performance, and vice versa, positive to positive. So what can it be used for? Various self-persuasion techniques can be used to enhance self-confidence and reduce anxiety, the two being on opposite ends of a continuum. Can enhance motivation, prevent learned helplessness, so the feeling that you're always going to lose. Can enhance concentration, breaking bad habits, get you started in an action, keep you going, helping in skill acquisition and even in rehab from injury. And for looking at exercise rather than sport, it can be used to keep people on exercise programs. So it could be that self-talk works by narrowing your attention away from other things that might cause you anxiety. Okay, so replacing negative thoughts with positive. Okay, tea time, we'll come back to later. Okay, according to Wolf, benefits are seen in how effective you are in your movements, the more accurate, consistent and balanced, and more efficient. So less muscle activity, more force, and better cardiovascular response. That's for external rather than internal focus. So we're looking out rather than in. So for example, looking at a target or a ball to be struck rather than thinking about our own thoughts. Okay, so effects been found across many sports. The types, according to Weinberg and Gold, it can take many forms, but the three general categories are positive, motivational, so perhaps on for increasing energy, effort, and positive attitude, but they tend to be general more than task specific, such as I can do it. More instructional, so focusing on technical task related aspects to improve execution, eyes on the ball. Or negative, so critical and self-demeaning. So these are the ones that might cause anxiety and can be counterproductive. So I'm terrible, I'll never win. Okay, so there was an assessment scale that was from the Foundations in Sports Psychology book from Georgiadis et al. And it expanded self-talk into 8 specific categories. Okay, 4 positive ones: psyching yourself up, confidence, instruction, anxiety control. 3 negative, so worry, disengagement, somatic fatigue or physical tiredness, and 1 neutral. Okay, irrelevant thoughts, kind of daydreaming, that sort of thing. Okay, so the content can be 4 different categories. The nature of it, is it positive, negative, internal or external? The structure of it, is it single words or phrases? So is it first person or second person, so I or you? And is it a task instruction thing? So is it related to a specific thing, like watch the ball that we mentioned earlier? So coaching behaviours can also influence self-talk. So the more supportive the coach, the more positive self-talk you get from the athlete. So it would make sense that for beginners, the instructional stuff is more beneficial. Probably not needed more towards the expert autonomous phase of learning. Okay, but for beginners, definitely. Negative self-talk, not always detrimental. Okay, there are particularly East Asian populations where they might be used to more aggressive autocratic coaching. Maybe it's something that's preferred, and it may be your personal interpretation that's more important than the content. Okay, so differentiation is very important. Okay, if you can just watch this clip and let me know what you think.